And welcome back to Hustle and Grind Finance. This is your host, Guy. I'm so glad you're here. Like and subscribe. Here on this channel, we talk about saving, spending, and investing. Brand new, so subscribe if you haven't, because we're just starting and you're not gonna wanna miss this. Today, we're talking about a viral trend called revenge savings. It is taking back control of your money. I'm gonna tell you what it is, and at the very end of this video, I'm gonna tell you the most extreme things I've seen people are doing to revenge save. Here we go. So people revenge save because they want control. They don't make enough money for how much they spend. They aren't broke because of an income problem. They're broke because of a spending problem. Money is just leaking out of them. They are bleeding cash and they're panicking. Maybe this is you. If so, this video is for you. It's a no spend challenge for a specific set period of time. It's a reaction to your spending, not a fad. It's not about being cheap. Many people think that somebody who's in a non-spending mode is cheap. It's quite the opposite. You are bleeding cash. You don't have money, and so you're about to go into debt. And so one of the first things people do if they can't stick to a budget is revenge save. Here is why this is trending right now. People feel squeezed because of inflation. It just hit 2.7%, but before that, we were way above 5%, which nobody gets raises above 5% annually. So you are getting squeezed from all sides with inflation. Your subscriptions keep piling on. I was on an app recently, a very popular app, and I saw the number of subscriptions that they have, whether it's streaming service, shipping service, free this, no ads. It is insane how many $3, $7, $12 subscriptions some of us are signed up for, and it feels like we're being pulled from all directions. Revenge savings can cut some of that, and we're gonna talk about which ones. Lifestyle creep is real, very real. You may have heard this term before. It just means that as you live life, you start accumulating more and more and more bills, not necessarily more income. Some of us have W-2 jobs, we have a 1099, we may own our own company, but we top out at a certain income. But our lifestyles tends to balloon, and that's called lifestyle creep, and it can rob you of any margin you have in your budget. Paychecks come in, paychecks disappear. I know somebody that said, I don't even see my paycheck. By the time he has deductions and giving and withholdings, I mean, his paycheck is completely gone. So revenge savings is a response to feeling played. If you feel like you're being had, you might revenge save to retrain your brain. And I'll talk about that in a minute. No spend challenges are going viral right now because they are super simple. There's clear boundaries, there's clear guidelines. Anybody can follow a no, a nothing, a not even one, except for, of course, rent, because otherwise you're gonna get kicked out of your house. But the rules are very, very simple, and that's why I think it's so appealing. There's also this short time horizon, so you can see the end of the challenge, maybe 7 days, 30 days if you're really bold, 6 months out. People are tired of these budgeting apps and trying to pinch pennies here and there, and they feel guilt and shame when they spend. So this challenge makes them feel like they're in control, and it's really quite fascinating. What revenge savings actually is a financial wake-up call, okay? Control actually feels really good. When you don't see the cash leaving, you get this boost of adrenaline because of that. So it's about resetting your spending habits. What is a no spend challenge? What does it really mean? Well, it's not zero spending. Essentials are still allowed. I mean, you've got to drink water, eat food, pay the contracts that are time sensitive, like, for example, a lease. You cannot just pause a lease on an apartment, but you can do some surprisingly extreme things, which we're going to mention at the end of this video. And then there's some moderate things you can do. Okay, obviously eating out at restaurants, that's the first thing that can go. Online purchases, that's another thing that can go very quickly. Of course, impulse buying. If you stick that credit card, debit card in a drawer at the house and you don't go out with it and you take that off of your Android Pay or your Apple Pay and you just have cash, oh, have you spent cash? I spent cash the other day for the first time. It felt so wrong. I mean, when you drop that $100 bill on the table and they start giving you a little bit back, you feel it. It hurts. There's something about a physical bill that if you need to buy groceries during your revenge savings stint, use cash. Why does this work? Well, most money problems are not numerical problems. They're emotional problems. I'm the first one to admit it, that habits die hard. I mean, if you like that brand, that restaurant, that quick stop on the way to work, and you just can't picture yourself not doing that, this revenge savings is gonna reset all of your habits. And that's the whole idea. It's interrupting this autopilot that your brain is on. And also it exposes your habits. You and I have so many habits that we don't think about. And also this can have a big health benefit, because if you cook ahead and you're not eating high butter, high oil, high sugar, which is all the restaurants, the coffee shops, magic formula, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's nothing special. It's butter, oil, sugar, okay, and salt. If you eat at home, you'll notice an increase in your health. Well, this also turns anger into progress. If you want to get serious about your budget and you want to create a budget, a revenge savings period of time is going to do wonders for you. You don't need more income. That's the cool thing. You can just, you need friction. You need to feel something when you don't have something to know what it's like to lose it. Momentum over perfection. It's not about perfection. Here's the right way to do it. Please don't punish yourself. And this is not about self-deprecation. You've gotta keep a head on straight. Don't go so extreme, although I'm gonna share with you some extreme things at the end of the video. But pick a date to start and pick a date to end. Have it in mind. Tell somebody, share with your roommates, share with your significant other. They're probably gonna know because you're on this crazy plan. Decide before what is allowed. I mean, you're gonna buy milk, right? You're gonna buy eggs if you need those things. Have a clear target of how much. Is it $1,000, $2,000? What is it? So don't have vague goals. Money doesn't work on vague. Where's the money gonna go? Well, obviously it needs to go into a savings account that is not accessible by your phone or a card. Because if you use that at the store, all bets are off, okay? So if it's visible, it's spendable. You've got to use cash or a controlled checking account. It's about control. So revenge savings, that's what we're talking about. Budgeting assumes discipline, challenges create boundaries. This challenge is gonna create a boundary for you to then move into a budget. Less decision fatigue, because really the most stressful thing is when you're in the store or you're shopping online, it's like, do I need this or do I want this? And you're not gonna have that if you just get the bare necessities. Short-term intensity is greater than long-term guilt. Think about it. Long-term guilt stinks. Some of us live with it for years. Do it for 14 days, have some intensity, and big things will happen. You don't need to manage money perfectly during this time. You just need to stop the bleeding. Who's this perfect for? Well, obviously, you need an income to save. So if you're making a check of any kind, if you're making an income, this is for you. It's for people who want to start over. They want to reset. Maybe they've just moved. It's also people rebuilding confidence. Maybe they're getting out of a relationship. Maybe they're moving on to a new chapter of their life. It's for busy people as well, because decisions cause friction and it's mind energy. So if you don't need to make decisions about all these little things that you could or could not buy, you're gonna have more time on your hands. This is for regular people. This is not for nerds. This is fun. Okay, here we go. Extreme savings. Here's some things I've heard people do. No new clothes. I mean, for me, that's not very extreme, but for some people, that is cringeworthy to wear the same thing that's in your closet. No online purchasing, period. Well, if you do that, you might lose out on some good deals. But again, if it's not a necessity, it depends on what's on your list, you can purchase online food. So you may or may not want to do that one. This is crazy. No commuting to work. You call your boss and you say, hey, can I work from home? Ask a coworker to commute with them. You're going to save on that spending of the gas and your tire wear and all that. Bike to the store. Yeah, I guess you can get more fit that way. Pause gym membership. That's a creative one. Really, anything that you're paying on a monthly basis, you can probably pause it. You can pause your phone plan. I know that for sure, but that's pretty extreme. Can you imagine you're going to be like DMing your friends on Instagram and Facebook because you don't have a phone? And then lastly, pause trash pickup for 1 week. Ask a neighbor to use their can. This is a really creative one. A lot of neighbors have extra space in their cans. You could ask 3 neighbors. That's just crazy. That's wild for a month. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Revenge savings is corrective, okay? This is how people win with money, is you do something a little bit more extreme at the beginning so that later on you can build the habits you need to live a good life. Subscribe for more timeless money skills. I just did a video on ETFs and saving for an emergency fund. Until next time, we will see you on Hustle and Grind Finance. Later.